going on, everyone? So the Lakers squeezed out a win tonight. Not exactly how I wanted it to go, right? Wish we would have won in regulation rather than going to another overtime. It'd be nice to kind of close out these close games rather than like either losing them, putting it on the ref, or having to go into overtime. But regardless, a win is a win. We'll take it. Solid games around. Like LeBron James doing historic things still. Fourth all-time in assists. Man, to think this guy's going to have the scoring record and be top 4 in assists all time is just, come on. That guy is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. However you feel about him, whether you like him, whether you hate him, however you feel, got to respect the greatness. Absolutely. He is just incredible. And it's really a treat to be living through this history. But Anthony Davis, he seems to be getting a little more comfortable. He seems to be kind of getting back into the swing of things. Hopefully that can continue and he can stay healthy, right? We need him to stay healthy. Rui Hachimura, come on, that guy has been great for us. I really want to see them run plays for him. Right now, he's given us like 13 to 16 a game through just playing through scraps, right? He's just feasting through scraps. Run some plays for him. Run some sets for the guy. Especially when we're going on like 2-3 minute scoring droughts. Like, why does it hurt to just put him on the block and let him feast? It's only been it hasn't even been a handful of games. It's been 4 games. So now, hopefully, as we progress during the season, hopefully he gets some more opportunity because I really think he's a guy that could give us, 16 to 20 a night. I really do, very easily. And I mean, like I said, he's giving us like 16 a game on just scraps. What's he gonna do if he actually gets some structured offense ran through him? Let him make some plays. Let him be decision making. All we hear is Phil Handy and all the coaching staff talk about how great he is. Well, prove it, right? And then Russell Westbrook tonight was great. He had a couple moments, like I don't really like the early shot clock pull-up threes, but for the most part, he was really good defensively. That's been the one constant with him all season. He's been very good defensively, and he guards bigger guys so well. He was making great decisions down the stretch, great playmaking. He was scoring. This is the Russell Westbrook that you look at and go, man, like this team can be scary if he can consistently play that way. And to his credit, I mean, he's had to change his entire game. He's had to, evolve and, just simply on the fly, become a completely different player. And so you're going to have your bad games. I understand. But it's just, I need more consistency from him. Now, that doesn't mean you don't trade him, right? Like if a deal is on the table, take it, right? If you can get Gary Trent and Fred VanVleet, do that, right? But if there isn't anything and it's just that you got to give up a bunch of stuff just to get rid of them, keep them. There's nothing wrong with keeping them. Right? It just depends on what's on the table. I am all for them trading Russell Westbrook. It just has got to be a deal that makes sense. So we'll see how that department goes. But in general, so right now we're sitting at 24 and 28. Got to get these wins. We play the Pacers coming up next. That's a game that I think is very winnable. The Pelicans, we have to beat the Pelicans. Have to. Right? Because then that would be great. That would put us at 26 and 28, assuming we beat the Pacers, which we should beat them without Halliburton. So that should be a W. But if we can beat the Pacers, we can beat the Pelicans, and then we have to beat the Thunder. If we beat those 3 teams, now we're 27 and 28 going into that Bucks game, and that's the trade deadline. So we're a game out of 500. I hope and imagine we get a trade done, and all of a sudden, we're in a position that's really good. We've been the 8th best team. We've had the 8th best record since starting 2-10. We started so poorly that if that didn't happen, then we'd probably be a top 3-4 team in the league, which is promising as of right now. And now if we can just kind of get those pieces that fit, ideally, I still like the Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent. That might be my favorite trade because I think that just really rounds out our starting 5. You have Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. That's one of the best starting 5s in the league. You can make an argument it might be the best starting 5 in the league. And then our bench gets round out. You'd have Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, Troy Brown Jr., Patrick Beverley, Lonnie Walker, Winning Gabriel, all of that, right? So I really do think that we are in a much better position than we were, in the beginning of the season. I think this team is actually much better than, some of the games that we've performed and our record. This team is definitely better than what our record is, but we do need some moves. And now we have 30 games left. We have to go like 20-10 in those 30 games. We have to, right? Because that would put us at basically 44 wins, which would guarantee us a playoff spot. Now, if we go like, if we go say, whatever, if we go 15-15, it's kind of rough, right? Because then that would put us at what, 39 wins? Can't do that, right? If we get like 17 wins the rest of the way, then we get like, what is that, 41 wins? We got to go 20-10 in my opinion. Last thing we want to do is be in a play-in spot, because if we're in a play-in spot, we have to win those games, especially if we're the 9th or the 10th seed. I'm worried. It's not that we can't beat those teams. It's that we have to win 2 straight, and anything can happen, right? A team could get hot. You have a bad night, whatever. Now you're sitting on home in Cancun, rather than being in the playoffs. Not just that, but you don't get the rest, right? You got to play 2 straight games, and then you got to go like immediately into a playoff game. It's just not good for this team. So we got to get to the 6th, 5th seed. 5 or 6 seed. I think if we can get to like 43 wins, somewhere in that ballpark, I think that we could be there, right? Because like I said, if we win 20 straight games, or 20 out of 30, then that would put us at 44 wins. I think the 42 to 44 range, I think we'll be at least the 6th seed. And I think that we once we're in the playoffs, I'll take our chances, right? I think we could really win and make some noise. But you got the Bucks, the Warriors, the Blazers, the Pelicans, the Warriors, and the Mavericks. After this little home stretch, or this little road trip, which some tough games. But I think our month of February, right, which is what we're in, right? You got Pacers, I think we can win. Pelicans, I think we can win. Thunder, I think we can win. Bucks, that's going to be tough, right? Warriors, we play them twice. I think we win at least one of those games. So you're talking 3, 4. Blazers, I think we can beat again. 5. Pelicans might be tough to beat them 3 times this year. So let's say we lose one of them. And then let's say we lose one of the Warrior games. Mavericks, I think we can beat the Mavericks. So that's 6 wins. And then the Grizzlies, coin flip, right? But let's say we just get those 6 wins in the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. So that means we'd be 6-4. We'd go 6-4 through those 10 games. I think we could squeeze out a win here and there, right? Get an extra win randomly. I don't think is unrealistic, right? Like maybe we beat the Warriors twice, or maybe we beat the Grizzlies, or maybe we beat the Bucks again, or you beat the Pelicans twice, something like that. And then March, right? March, I think we have a real shot. So we got 15 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games in the month of March. And you can make an argument that we could win 12 of those games, literally. So you got the Thunder, which I think we can win, the Timberwolves, which I think we can win, the Warriors, which again I think we can win, the Grizzlies, that might be tough, Raptors, I think we can win, especially by this point. They probably have blown it up by now. The Knicks, I think we can win again, because that Knicks game is in LA. We just beat them in Madison Square Garden. Pelicans, I think we can win. Rockets, we can win. Mavericks again. Magic, Suns, Thunder, Bulls, and Timberwolves. We should be able to win at least 10 to 12 of those games. Hands down. So right there, and like I said, let's say we go 6-4 during the 10-game stretch in February. So there's 6, and then we win these, say we win, say 10 of the games, 11 of the games in March. There's 16 wins right there. So we need 4 more wins to get to 20. Okay, well, here's April to round it out. You play the Rockets, winnable game. There's 1. The Jazz, there's 2. Clippers have had our number, so that's probably an L. Suns, there's 3. And Jazz, again, that's 4. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that we can end up pulling out a 20-10 record the rest of this season. Not saying we will, but I do think currently this team can. You do the right trade or two, I definitely think this team can. So we've been really good. We've competed against pretty much every team all season. We've been in a ton of close games. This is very winnable, and I think we can get it done. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Think the Lakers can go 20-10 in the next 30 games? Do you think we can make the playoffs? Think we won't? Do you think we make a trade? Do you think we won't? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comment section below.